Mitki one human I love you wifey.
Victory Screech!
Hello everyone! Happy Monday! God, y'all are popping off! Hello! Hope y'all are having a good day. Thank you for the lurk, wifey, and thank you for 23 months, and thank you for the biddy. Thank you so much, wifey number 1! I hope you have a good rest of your day at work. I love you! I love you! Hello, hello, hello!
Where have you been all my life?
Jason, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed your emotes. Hope you enjoyed Miss Bing. Miss Bing also says thank you. She's like, hey, yo, hey, yo. Hello, but okay, let's see. Let me say hi to everyone. Hold on. Hello, Pavin. Hello, how doing? How going? Hi, Cody. I hope you have a good class. Thanks for stopping by, even if it's only for a little bit. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you. Hi, Crusher. How doing today? Are we having a good day? Are we having a good day, y'all? Hope we're having a good day. My day was not too bad. Not too bad. It was a little bit dreadful since I had such a great weekend with my besties. You know, it's always hard to go back to work after that. It do be a struggle. But it was a pretty chill day, so you know, could have been worse. Could have been worse. It was pretty good. Thank you for the hydrate, Pavin. But it's going good. Yeah, it's going good. With the leggies, my leggies are doing just fine. They are legging it up, you know? They're doing leg things. Right now, they're on the footrest. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Doing good, just playing some Deep Rock Galactic. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Sounds spacey. Hope you have a good time. Thanks for stopping by. Today's Minty Day. I thought today was Kudo Day. I thought Tuesdays were Minty Day. You gotta get it straight, Pavin. We gotta figure this out so that we can make it a real thing. We gotta figure this out, okay? But, I mean, Minty Monday, you know, that does feel natural. It does. So, how you doing, Wrathful? Hope you're doing good. Hi, Miss Bean. Oh, my sweet girl. You are just so attention-starved, aren't you? For me, it's Tuesday. Wait, what is Minty Day is Tuesday or Kudo Day is Tuesday? I am confusion. I am confusion. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Sorry that I did not drunk tweet. I actually didn't get drunk, but I still had a great time. I mean, I had a little drinky, you know. But it was a really good weekend. I'm kind of like sad that I already like had to leave my friends. you know, whenever you have a really good time with friends that don't live in the same like city as you, so you see them and you have an amazing time, but then you have to leave, so then you're just like sad. I'm kind of there. Like I have like an afterglow from being around them, but I'm also like, I miss them. So, you know, but it was a very good weekend. Pretty good Monday, and hopefully tomorrow will be a relatively good Tuesday. But either way, today we're playing more Our Life. We had to kind of stop in a weird place last time. Well, it kind of had a natural like cut because it was like the next day, but it wasn't the end of the like chapter or whatever. So we're gonna pick up from there. We're at the start of what was it? Was it the third one or the fourth one? Oh, must be this one, huh? Yeah, must be this one. It doesn't say which part it is, but that's fine. Either way, we're gonna start from there. We are now high schoolers, I believe, and we are in love. It's a whole thing. I'm going to try to keep it together. Minty Day is Tuesday. Okay. Gotcha. All right. What now that we've got it straight, we gotta make it happen. You know? I think the AI was wrong, and that renaming the days would indeed make them better. I am of that belief, but you know, what do I know? What do I know? But anyway, we're gonna hop right in and see what this game has in store for us. I'm already quaking. I don't know if I'm prepared, but you know, sometimes you just gotta jump in. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, should be this one. So let's just jump in. Hi, Mom. Mom's so cute. What's she so cute for? Who told her she could be so cute? God damn. All right, having a nice daydream. You blinked, pushing all your thoughts away and returning to reality. Your mom was watching you with a teasing smile. All right. So, what's on the agenda today? I'm meeting up with some people. Hi, Golden. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a good day. And welcome. Hope you enjoy listening to me scream. Well, I hope you and your friends have fun. Don't get into too much trouble. She winked at you. You knew both of your moms wanted you to enjoy every bit of this summer before all the big changes started. Oh yeah, no, we're finished with high school, aren't we? I think we just finished our senior year of high school. We're about to we graduated. We're about to start college, potentially. Oh shit. Doing good, just tired. I feel that. I am also pretty sleepy. Pretty sleepy since I had to like drive, and I went to bed so late on Saturday. It was a whole thing, but it was worth it, you know. I'm pretty sleepy too. We're in this together. I hope you can get a good rest tonight, all right? Try to get some good sleep. And hopefully we'll be more awake tomorrow. But luckily, I feel like I almost always, like, I'm sleepy throughout the day, and then I get home and it's time for stream, and I manage to wake up a bit. I think just because it's exciting, you know? Like, work is like, ooh, but streams, woo! So I wake up. So I'm feeling pretty awake right now, actually. And I just ate. It was good. You're welcome. Always. All right, I'll try. But before you go gallivanting around the town, could you bring the mail in? I'm finishing up putting the dishes away over here. All right. Thanks very much. You're welcome, Mom. God, they are both so good looking. Would you just look at them? You just ate. Yep. I sure am. I sure am. I'm a youthful Minty. I mean, look at me. Can Can't you see? In all my youthfulness? Is my childlike wonder? As soon as you were outside your front door, you couldn't help but see Cove and his dad standing around in the road. They noticed you too.
Hey.
Why does he look like that though? He looks so like, Hey there, Minty. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. Cove smiled lightly and waved. When you began making your way over, he added, Hi. Hey. Maybe a hug. A hug. I feel like a kiss right in front of his dad would be a little too much. I mean, I know we're like older now, but still, I'm too shy. I'm too shy for that. A hug I think would be okay. Have a little hug. Have a little hug. Hi, Lion. How are you today? I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. Cove took you into his arms and held you tightly until you were ready to let go. Oh, starting too early. It's too early for this. I shouldn't have hugged him. I should have just waved. Doing coding homework. Ugh. Well, I wish you good luck on your homework. I hope you get it done soon, and then you can just relax. Hopefully that's all the homework you have left. Either way, I hope you can finish your homework and then just chill out. A little snug, yes. Gonna background watch the Offset suffering. All right, you know, hey, I mean, in a way, we'll be suffering together. You'll be suffering from your homework and I'll be suffering from how cute this game is. So, you know, I'm sure there will be nothing more helpful than a crab rape. Hi, Bad. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're doing good, Bad. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I'll be suffering from how cute this game is. So, you know, my screams are definitely going to be great for your productiveness, helping you focus. I mean, it's going to be great. You're welcome in advance. All right, Bad, let me get you the cheek pats because we're really mixing it up these days. I mean, really? It's ingenious, ain't it? Here we go. Make it nice and cute. Oh. Okay, that's too small. Go to bed, oh. I hope you have a good night, Pavan. Thanks for stopping by and get some rest. Get some good rest. I will see you tomorrow for Minty Day. Oh, bye. Have a good night. Okay. There we go. Beautiful, lovely, gorgeous. All right. Okay. His eyes shone brightly at you, sending your heart aflutter. Ah! His cheeks were flushed, and you could tell that he was a bundle of nerves. You were tempted to hug him again. I thought you said Minty Day's Tuesday. You're confusing me, Pavan. I'm confused. You're sending mixed signals here. Today is Monday! Or is it Tuesday now for you? Is that why? Damn, how late are you staying up? Go to bed. Well, I'll see you for the rest of Minty Day. Later. I'll see you at the end of Minty Day. There we go. There we go. Dang, Palma, you gotta get some sleep. Go get some sleepies. Get some good rest. All right, you notice Mr. Holden was taking in the scene of you and Cove with a self-satisfied smile. Hey, he goes, let's go. That's my boy. Bye-bye, Pavan. Have a good night. He goes, "Hey, yo." Cole followed your line of sight and shot his dad an unimpressed look. For a moment, Mr. Holden seemed like he had a thought dancing on the tip of his tongue, but he decided to keep it to himself.
So,
Only if Sleep is a cute Cali girl. Fair enough. Fair enough. You've got a point there. You've got a point. So, what are you up to today? As far as I know, nothing too much. Me and Cove are meeting some friends in town later. Sounds like a plan to me. Yawning, Mr. Holden stretched his arms over his head. My boy and I have just been waiting around to see what the new neighbors are like. New neighbors? It was definitely his idea. I don't know how you're not interested in this. It's big news. Besides, it'd only be polite to greet the new folks in town. God damn. We'll say anyone has to be better than the last tenants because that is probably true.
I don't know.
That house could be cursed, and we could keep getting ones that are progressively worse. I mean, that's also true. Fair point, Cove, fair point. He cracked a cheeky grin at his own joke. You could tell Mr. Holden was looking at the empty house, thinking about the nightmare that was the last tenants. He chuckled, turning to Cove. Bud, that would be horrible. Knock on wood. Mr. Holden took one more glance at the currently vacant building and sighed dramatically. When he turned back to you and Cove, his whole body seemed deflated. There's no sign of them, and I still need to head over to work soon. Cove gave his dad a few reassuring pats on the back. Okay, I promise to keep an eye out. I can text you if anything happens. Really?
Of course.
Well, I mean, only until I have to meet up with Terry and Miranda. Would that still work? Oh yeah, I forgot we have new friends. I think it said that it was Cove's friends, right? I think so. With a wide grin breaking out on his face, Mr. Holden looked absolutely thrilled to have his nosiness enabled. That works. He moved to firmly place both hands over Cove's shoulders, fixing his child with a firm stare. Son, you are my true ally in this world. Mr. Holden stood up straighter, letting Cove go. He looked reinvigorated. What a nut. Okay, with that settled, I'll go make some money. That's always been the one thing I do best. You go off, King. Go off. Mr. Holden headed off to the garage with a big wave goodbye. Cove smiled the whole time you both watched his dad leave. I really like him. He's cool. You had for a long time. As soon as he was out of sight, Cove sighed lightly. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Just not looking forward to waiting. Guess I'll be hanging around the street a while. Yeah, let's stay and see the new neighbor and keep him company. Curiosity about the new tenant was getting the better of you, and you figured that the wait wouldn't be too much longer. And besides, you couldn't just leave Cove. Really? Of course. I like keeping you company, remember? He stared at you a moment, smiling softly and thinking about his response.
Too.
Oh, I like that too. Cove put his hands on your shoulders. His thumbs absent-mindedly moved in a soothing circle. The look in his eyes was much firmer. He was serious. I'm unwell. I'm critically unwell. Okay. Minty, you're my true ally in this world. You're my true ally too, Cove. What the fuck? That got a fair amount of chuckles from you. He grinned, the stoicism fading into amusement.
Thank you.
I knew you'd stay for me. Oh. I can't help myself, I guess? Yeah? Well, good then. I don't know what I would do without you. The smile on his face reached his eyes, and it made you feel electric. Oh, Sam. And then he let go of you. Cove stepped over to his front porch steps, lazily taking a seat and leaning back on his arms. Our watch begins. Nodding in agreement, you joined Cove on the front porch steps. You both sat there in a comfortable familiarity as you settled in for the waiting game on the new tenants. The neighborhood was quiet, and you sighed contentedly, closing your eyes and feeling the light breeze. Eventually, you both perked up at the sound of a car. A taxi followed the noise, turning onto your street. Cove's eyebrows raised at that sight, and he sat up straight on the stoop.
Well,
This has to be them, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. Now that they were here, you couldn't help but feel just a bit curious. You wondered what kind of person would be living in the neighborhood for the summer. The taxi pulled to a stop as you expected, in front of the now empty condo. It was on the same side of the street as your house, a few buildings further up. Without getting to his feet, Cove tried leaning and tilting his head to get a view of the passenger door as it opened. The single occupant exited the cab. Huh? You could feel what Cove was in that moment. After the last renters, I don't know why, my brain did not process that word. This new visitor was definitely not exactly what you'd expected. Whoa. I'm in trouble. No, I'm not. I'm fine. But the silver hair with the gray stripes? Or, well, I guess they're black. Either way, this game is coming at me. Coming at my jugular. It knows what I like. He's even got the swoopy hair. But I can't. I'm too in love with Cove. We have so much history. He's so cute. But hello, young man. It was a young man, had to be close to your own age. He was dressed fully in an eclectic black, white, and gray outfit. Even his side-swooping hair matched the scheme. The only other pop of color was from something that couldn't easily be fashioned into submission. A pair of dark brown eyes, which you caught when he looked over at his audience. Hello, folks. Who might you be? We're the neighbors. The smile already prominent on his face curled further. It was cocky, but you didn't get the impression it meant something adverse. Hallelujah. You and Cove shared a familiar look with one another, bewildered even further. Oh god, he's cocky too. This is bad. The color-coordinated man left it there, however, and with a firm click, he shut the door of his ride. Then he turned his back to you to retrieve a large, unsurprisingly, black suitcase out of the trunk. Continuing on with his own business, he strolled forward and lightly tapped on the driver's side window with his knuckles, asking for them to roll it down. When it opened, he leaned down and rested his arm on the edge. You assumed he was thanking the driver for getting him there, considering he slipped them a tip during the brief chat. They shook hands, and then he pushed himself up and away from the taxi with both arms, giving the driver room to leave. The taxi pulled away, rolling carefully down the road and out of sight around the corner. The new renter had officially arrived. Is he alone, though? If he's around our age, how can he afford the whole nice-ass condo on his own? There's no way. There's no way, unless his parents are, funding it for him. He got old money? Is that what it is? He left his suitcase on the ground, out of the way of the street, and sauntered over your way with the confidence of someone who had been invited to join. He's sauntering? Oh god, I really am in trouble. Cove finally stood up to greet this person. You followed suit.
excellent.
Oh, okay. I'm Baxter Ward. It's excellent to meet you, neighbors. You were standing on the side he was approaching from. When Baxter got close enough, he offered his hand to you first. No way are we hugging him. That's weird. Should I shake his hand? I mean, I guess. That's nothing crazy. Hi, a low five sounds weird. A hug is even weirder. But to keep my distance also seems kind of kind of much. We'll just shake his hand. Baxter gripped your hand firmly to give a satisfying shake. Hi, Baxter. I'm Minty. Hey, Minty. I'm quite keen on getting to know you better this summer. We could be good friends. Ooh, Cove said, what? From your other side, Cove made a sudden sputtering noise. And you are? He lifted his hand out to Cove next. Cove instead crossed his arms to express his rejection at that idea, still eyeing Baxter carefully. Typical Cove. That's just like him. I'm Cove. Baxter's whole demeanor lit up for unknown reasons. His eyes shone as he studied Cove a moment.
Really?
Now wait, is that a nickname or your real name? It's just my name. Cove spoke mildly, having given that explanation many times in the past, but it clearly charmed Baxter all the same. He tossed his head to one side with a laugh. Your parents knew exactly what they were doing. I can't imagine a more fitting name for the face I'm seeing. Cove, that's gorgeous.
What?
It's really not. Only I get to fluster him. I would say that, but I don't want to like call him out. That might embarrass him, so I won't say that, but I do like it. He's taken. Or should I just say I agree? Because I do agree. It does suit him. Or do I just not know what to say? Hold on, let me review. Or, oh, not that. Log. Oh, what do I say? I don't know what to say. I don't know. This is a weird, like, thing going on here. After a noticeable pause, Baxter caught on that he made you both uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't intended to mean more than it did. I like your name, but you don't have to mind that. I'm patently against stepping on anyone's toes. He chuckled to himself. It seemed like there was some extra meaning hidden there in his words, and you noticed that Cove raised an eyebrow, picking up on that too. Baxter didn't even open his eyes to see your faces to know he had some filling to do. He stood up straighter, striking a slight pose with the position of his feet. I'm a ballroom dancer, hence the phrasing. Oh, I don't know much about dancing, but that's pretty cool. It's not hard once you get the basics down. Cove didn't look convinced at all. Baxter took that as a cue to keep talking.
Well,
He grinned in a way that was rapidly becoming familiar to you. If either of you are ever looking for a partner, I'm available. Cove peeked at you, smiling softly. You felt his familiar touch as he squeezed your hand for a moment. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't do this. I already have a partner. Minty's the only one I'd want to dance with. Sorry. She's my girlfriend. You tell him. You tell him, Cove. Yes, King. You're both together? Yeah, we are. Now that's crushing. But makes sense. I got here too late. Should have taken a semester off sooner. Boy?
I get it.
Look at his face. He's like, what the fuck? What a flirt, God. That's a joke. Really, I didn't mean to intrude on anything you have with the offer. No. Yeah, Cove's the guy I dance with. Yeah. Yeah. Baxter smiled and nodded understandingly, letting the subject go. After that, there was a lull in conversation, and Cove attempted to fill it.
So...
What made you decide on Sunset Bird? Oh, yes, well, my parents rented a condo, so I had a place to stay while I'm off for a semester from college and not living in the dorms. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. There was a playful glint in Baxter's eyes as he continued.
Honestly.
Ideally, they wanted to send me somewhere that wasn't too exciting. But lucky for me, they picked the wrong street, considering the two of you live here. Baxter then preemptively lifted his hands up in front of his chest, giving the gesture for meaning no harm. It's nice not to be the only one my age around the neighborhood for an entire summer. Nothing more. That was a story you had heard before. The same one as when Lonely Cove and his dad moved in all those years ago. Cove wasn't relating still. You could have phrased it like that in the first place. I mean, true. I don't feel the need to keep words of praise to myself, but they're not romantic come-ons. I see that you two are very much a committed pair. I'd like to be friends if we can, but that's all. It's okay. I mean, I don't want to say it doesn't bother me. I don't want to say you probably annoy a lot of people. I don't want to say I'm finding it pretty entertaining. But should I be like firm or should I just not say anything at all? I don't want to be like mean, but like words of praise are fine, but they're very flirty. You might say they're not romantic come-ons, but they're flirty. Baxter looked at you and smiled apologetically. I'll keep it in check. Shifting his weight to his other foot, Baxter tried to move forward.
So,
Which condo's yours? How long have you been living together? Oh, no! Cove sputtered again and unintentionally, a laugh escaped you. We're both your neighbors, but we live in different houses with our parents. As if second nature, the two of you pointed to your homes, the buildings directly across the street from each other. Baxter's eyebrows raised at that. Your neighbors who started dating? What a couple of lovebirds. You're the backbone of romantic society. Honestly, I hope you never break up. If you can make it work, there might be a chance for the rest of us. It's kind of like sweet, but also a weird thing to say. You don't even know us. But thanks. Yeah. You knew Cove well enough to tell there was a little bit of amusement in his expression, but he sighed in exasperation. After that, you had no doubts about his claims of being complimentary. You shook your head at it. Too much again? Kind of. Well, if either of you are free, I'd be thrilled to hang out this summer, but we can save the schedule talk for later. I should get my things inside. He gave a small nod of the head and flashed you both a dazzling smile.
goodbye.
For today. Cove simply waved goodbye. Bye, Baxter. See you. Baxter then turned on his heels and strolled back to his suitcase, picking it up and bringing it to his condo. You and Cove were silent as Baxter unlocked the door and disappeared inside the house. With him completely out of the scene, Cove let out a long breath.
Well,
I don't know how I'm gonna explain that guy to my dad. You burst into a fit of laughter trying to imagine the conversation. At least the job is done. We saw the new neighbor, and now we can go meet up with Terry and Miranda. Yeah, we should get going. You gave Baxter's condo one last glance over your shoulder. I'm not sure how to feel, I guess. Yeah. Honestly, you didn't know if you would ever come to a conclusion about him. Baxter was just so different. Turning your attention back to Cove, you pushed all thoughts of Baxter aside. You both started making your way towards town. Take his hand. Yes, girl. You slid your palm into his, and Cove laced his fingers with yours. His expression instantly became happier, and he lightly squeezed your hand. Oh, God, that's so cute. A little while later, you and Cove reached a main street in town. All of a sudden, you stopped walking. What's wrong? I think I heard my phone. You dug your cell phone out and looked at it with a satisfied grin. There was a new message. Before you could read it, you were distracted by a small, amused noise from Cove. His head was slightly tilted to the side as he carefully looked at your old keychain. I can't believe you still have that. Aww! This little, crab keychain that he gave us, isn't it? Of course I do! I love it! You meant it. The intensity of your words had Cove blushing and looking away from you. For a moment, you were both at a loss for more words. You were sucked into remembering that day he bought it for you. Cove was the one who spoke up again.
Nice.
I'm actually glad you like it. He looked from the keychain to you. His smile reached his eyes. It makes me happy seeing you care about it and everything. And that makes me happy. Smiling, you refocused on the task at hand. You opened the new text from Miranda and all you saw was, I can see you. Immediately from where you stood, you started swiveling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. I saw you holding Cove's hand. Scandalous. Where are you? The message was sent and you were back to looking around, scanning for any sign of movement and familiar faces, but they were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. Oh my god! That's so bold! Oh, can I be that bold? Oh. Well, no, we'll burst into laughter. Cove looked at you puzzled, raising an eyebrow. He crossed his arms. What's happening? Before you could even begin explaining anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to the yelling from across the street. And there you saw Miranda and Terry coming out from behind the backside wall of the grocery store. They both started waving widely to draw even more attention to themselves. Cove took a step in their direction. He grinned and waited for them to get closer. Laughing and arm, the girls stopped only to look both ways and then rushed across the empty street.
Hi.
Oh, she's so cute! I love her top. Oh my god. Hi. Hope you weren't waiting too long.
Hey, buddies.
Oh, you're so cute too! Hi. We'll just say hi. You were happy to see your friends. Their little tease on you was already long forgotten in your mind. Terry then closed the distance between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. You're finally here. It's been so long. What took you? He did his best to eke out a reply with his chest being compressed.
Sorry.
He's so cute. Eventually, she let him go. Terry looked at him with a beaming smile, but Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight to her other hip. She watched Cove patiently with a bashful smile. Welcome back. Thanks. It finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. From here, you weren't sure how often you would have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either.
So?
Cove. Terry poked Cove square in the chest. You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday.
No way.
Not really possible, Terry, but I can say as soon as I know. So far, work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with ORCA activities. When Cove wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his athletic interests, he volunteered for the Ocean Restoration California Affiliation, ORCA. The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit when he started getting involved with them. Oh, we joined too. Their big Smash event for the year is coming up, right? Or coming right up, isn't it? Yeah, there's not that much more to do before then, but I'm kinda looking forward to the fundraising push. Hopefully we can pull it off. If anyone can do it, it's you two. And even if it goes really bad, it'll still look good on a college application at least. That's true. Guess what else? We don't have to stand here to say stuff. Let's go. I'd like a meal now. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Yeah, for sure. The four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. The rest of the afternoon and evening passed by in a blink of an eye. When night fell, it was time to head home, and you parted ways with Miranda and Terry. You and Cove reached your neighborhood without event. It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark and silent. Piggyback ride. I will do that anytime it gives me the opportunity. It was a long day out and about. You appreciated that you could rely on him to make things more comfortable for you. You tightened your grip on Cove and turned your head ever so slightly, peering at his face out of the corner of your eyes. You wondered why he felt so distant to you. Have to test how strong his back is. Yes, exactly. You gotta know. Very important. It was out of character. For a while, Cove silently stared ahead and left you alone with your own thoughts. It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. Feels weird coming back to the neighborhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. It was true. The things that kept the people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that it wasn't set for them. You thought about your own immediate future. You'd been considering more and more, and ideas were starting to settle in your mind. You hoped... I go to school full-time. Oh, you can pick multiples. I mean, I guess work part-time too. For your career, you thought you'd... Work online. I don't know. Why not? Well, I remember we said we liked doing like crafty, creative stuff, so maybe we could start our own business. Get our own little Etsy shop going, you know? And that was it. For education, you thought you'd I don't know. Public university? Or maybe online, or maybe community. Yeah, we'll say that. And for that, you wanted to... I don't know, all of them. I mean, go abroad would be awesome, but... Maybe... low... Oh, I thought I'd get to pick multiple options for that one. Well, alright, that's fine. It'll all be happening so soon. You'd already applied to schools and jobs, Although we started to prepare. we'll do family and like close friends. Now you wondered what Cove had in mind. You'd heard him consider some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Cove stopped in the middle of the street. He sighed and put you down. You were both outside of your houses. Cove looked at the ground for a moment. He looked so sad. His mouth trembled, trying to settle on the right words to say. So, are you still thinking about working and stuff in Sunset Bird? Yeah. Cove closed his eyes and nodded while he composed his thoughts. He looked at you when he lifted his head. I decided on something. Well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arms. And then his expression grew more serious. I'm not going to decide on a school or a career. Not this summer. I'm going to stay here, at least in Sunset Bird. I'll probably move out of my dad's place. I'll keep working my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff, and everything else.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall, or next year, or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. I'm not gonna crush myself trying to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do it. Good for you, Cove. That is absolutely okay. His brow furrowed and his tone was tense. It was clear how much expectations were weighing on him.
I guess.
I guess it'll be me and you, right here for a while longer. His eyes were glossy. You weren't going to be separated, and that meant a very great deal to him. And to me, too! We nodded understandingly. Cove sighed. He looked relieved that you understood. I'll see you tomorrow, Minty. I'll see you. Night. He pulled you into an unexpected hug. It knocked the breath out of you, yet couldn't have been a more reassuring feeling. You returned his embrace and stayed that way for as long as you could.
Night.
He finally let go, giving you another smile. Then Cove started walking away, but you remained there, frozen in the middle of the street. You watched him and wondered, how many more times will he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow? You hoped for countless more times. Finally, you turned towards your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most out of every moment you had this summer. Yes, we will. Ooh. Hang Aaron's Talks Charity Drive. Well, first of all, let's save. Maybe we'll do Aaron's Talks Hang. Then should we do Drive or Charity last? They both sound fun. Oh, okay. We are in step 3, and I think there's 4. Yes. Okay, I think we'll do Aaron's first. I think we'll do these, and then I'll decide later which one of those to do last. Well, let's start with Aaron's. From the moment you woke up, you knew that today was going to be busier than usual. There was a list of errands that needed to be finished before the day was done. First up was visiting one of the biggest farmers markets in the area. It was only open 2 weekends a month during certain parts of the year. It was rare that you and your family were able to attend, so your moms liked to make the most out of every minute of it. And you realized it was not just them feeling that way when you heard a whistle from your left side. Wow, this is a swanky show. Vegetables have never seemed so highbrow. Seriously, they don't mess around with their products.
Isn't that great?
It is! Liz crossed her arms. You could tell she was amused. We couldn't have picked a more perfect trip. It's been too long since we've had a true family outing. Her teasing tone said more than she actually did. Your next-door neighbors had joined you this day, and that's what made it a true family outing. The 3 parents laughed approvingly. Out of the corner of your eye, you caught Cove looking at you sympathetically. Some things never changed, and some jokes never died. You'd long accepted that. I'm excited to check things out. There were so many stalls. You couldn't even imagine what hidden gems you might find among them. Bubbling with anticipation, you smiled. Well, I'm ready to get started. I've got plenty of dishes in mind I could use ingredients for. Before your moms responded to that, they glanced at each other and smiled. Yes, that's a very good idea, Cliff. This place is much larger than it seems. It's difficult to visit each part in a single day.
I got it.
I'm sure we can make a decent dent together at least. Actually, since there are so many of us this time, we could take different sides of the market.
Sounds good.
Divide and conquer, eh? That sounds brilliant. Everyone watched your mom, surprised. No one had considered that an option, but your mom flashed the group a dazzling smile, continuing with the thought. Though, it's a little unfair that there are 4 Kurari family members and only 2 Holdens here. So I'll go with you boys to even out the odds.
Okay.
It's fine with me. Cliff scratched the back of his neck awkwardly. He wasn't sure where to look or what to say. That was not a problem his son had.
No.
I don't like that idea. Why not just the parents go together and then me and Liz and Cove go together, Don't worry, we'll be apart for only a few hours, and then we'll have something to talk about at the end of it. After the additional nudging, Cove nodded with a sigh. He realized this wasn't an argument he was going to win.
All right.
I don't get the point, but I also don't mind spending the first part of the trip with Minty and Ma. Ma clapped her hands together at that. Wonderful. Are the teams ready to go? Oh, let me say that. Yeah. Can I be the one who goes with the Holdens instead? You looked from your mom to your ma, hopeful that you'd at least get to explore the market with Cove. He perked up at the suggestion, but then you saw Ma was pouting at your request to leave her group.
Sorry.
No can do this time, kiddo. Well, at least I tried. Seeing that neither parent was budging, you slumped your shoulders. We won't be split up too long, right? Ma hooked an arm around you in a little side hug. You grinned.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Taking the lead, Mom walked over towards Cove and Cliff, who were still eyeing her confusedly.
Let's go.
Come on, boys, we're heading out. Sure. Okay. Cove looked at you softly and found himself pulled forward, stopping in front of you. His expression flickered for a moment, hesitant.
Fine.
He's so cute! Bye. Cove lightly took one of your hands in his and gave it a small squeeze. He dipped his face forward, wanting to kiss farewell. What the fuck? Sir? Sir? You can't do that to me? When instead he stopped midway, his whole body stiff. He jerked his gaze back at your mom, and you realized that she had grabbed the hem of his shirt. She gave it a small tug before letting go. Mom, come on! Just let me have one kiss. I just want a kiss. Time's a wasting, Cove, and I've known you long enough to be aware that you're one to linger. If I don't stop you now, you'll only drag your feet on parting ways more. The 2 of you can snuggle and make out as much as you want later. We have important shopping to do now. Damn, Mom knows. Cove gasped at what he felt was a truly obscene thing to say. His face burned red, but that was ignored by him. He spoke with an unimpressed roll of the eyes.
Seriously?
You don't need to literally pull me away from Minty. I'm not that clingy. Mom snickered with a shake of her head. Cove's eyebrows raised over the reaction, and he turned to Ma. She wouldn't meet his eye as she whistled innocently. Liz smirked ear to ear, and Cove whipped his head towards his dad. Mr. Holden couldn't offer anything more than an apologetic shrug. It was only then that it dawned on Cove that everyone did think he was that needy. Finally, he dared to face you with wide, pleading eyes. Oh, stop picking on my boy! Let's see. Ooh. Feel like either this one or this one, maybe? don't make fun. Or Cove is totally capable of being independent when he wants to be. Maybe this one. He's totally capable of being independent when he wants to be. He spoke very matter-of-fact and fixed a stern gaze on the group. Cove meanwhile beamed at having your support. Without thinking, Cove took another step forward, feeling drawn to you. Also, again, Mom grabbed the back of his shirt. She tried suppressing her laughter, but a few chuckles escaped. Actions speak louder than words. Cove's mouth twisted as he struggled to come up with something to say in his defense. He was newly embarrassed all over again. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, well, so what? That admission had Liz, your moms, and his dad bursting into laughter. Cove grimaced and walked several steps from the group before stopping. He clearly wanted to move on, so much that he was physically moving away. Ah! You smiled softly and waved goodbye. When he noticed, Cove's mouth pulled into a bent smile of his own, and he seemed to feel better a bit.
See you later.
See you in a few hours. Take care of yourselves. At that, Mom picked a direction and set out into the market with Mr. Holden and Cove following behind her. Oh, oops. Grinning, Ma sent them off with a big wave. Liz gave a daintier goodbye wave herself. I'll say, yeah, despite the change in plans, you were still glad to be there. It wasn't what you'd imagined, but that didn't matter. There was a whole market to explore, and you couldn't wait to find some good stuff. When they were gone, Ma cheerily turned towards you and Liz. She put her hands on her hips. Do you think there'll be any nice ginger around here? We'll have to find out. You nodded in agreement, keen to truly get the trip going. Ma led you both into the busy market. Some time passed browsing. There were only a few stalls you stopped at. You had fun chatting and laughing, pointing out various things to Ma and Liz and vice versa. At one point, Ma stopped suddenly. She put a hand on her belly and gave a half-hearted smile. I think I should have used the bathroom before we left home like the two of you responsibly did. Just need to pee? Yes, Liz. I'll have to visit the ladies' room now. Should we wait here? Ma craned forward as she struggled to pinpoint the direction she needed to go. She gently brushed your comment away. There's no need to worry about me for this, or waste time standing around. Keep on shopping. Though, actually, I might need help finding my way. Can you please come, Lizzie? You and your sister had to share a look over that. Why do that of all things?
Hey.
Ma, if anyone should go anywhere on their own, shouldn't it be you? You're the one needing a detour and you're the parent here. Ma giggled, unfazed by the resistance. Liz, meanwhile, tipped the brow of her hat up, watching Ma skeptically. Soon enough, Minty will have to handle doing these kinds of errands on her own. This makes good practice. What? Ma hooked an arm around Liz's and pulled her
Have
along.
fun.
We'll find each other again later. Excuse me. I'm stunned. You watched, dumbfounded, as they waded into the crowd. They were out of sight within moments, and what started as a group outing rapidly became you, entirely on your own. I don't really think she's being ridiculous, but I don't mind, I guess. So I guess I'll just do that. You weren't sure what ulterior motives Ma had for pulling this, but that was far down on your priority list at the moment. You were starting to feel happy at the idea of doing things at your own pace. I would text Cove, but I feel like Mom's just gonna be like, nah. So I'll just walk off on my own. Resigned to your fate, you picked up where you left off browsing the stalls. One hooked your attention. Ooh! Fudge! I love fudge! While most stalls were selling various garden-grown foods, this one had an array of homemade fudge. There were even vegan versions of every option. Oh, we got closer, for sure. You sidestepped past a few other people and got yourself right in front of the counter for a better look. There was a wide spread, dozens and dozens of delicately cut squares of decadence. The owner smiled and approached you to explain their shop. The fudge is sold in boxes of 4 pieces. They either can all be the same, all different, or any mix you like. Are you looking to buy any today? We'll share with everyone. Who doesn't like fudge? The whole selection was too good not to share. Oh, I'll get one just for him too. Looking at the treats made you think of Cove. You grinned, hoping he liked what you picked out. Should I get myself a box too? Nah, that's all. That's good enough. I can have a piece from the one I share. Yeah, I could use some fudge. I'm glad you came to the right place then. For the group you picked... Ooh. Oh. We'll do a caramel swirl. We'll do... Ooh, maple walnut. We'll do... I wish the mint one was not dark chocolate, but we'll do it. And we'll do chocolate peanut butter because you can't go wrong. Oh, I didn't notice the white chocolate peppermint. For Cove, I picked... I don't really know what he likes. Maybe cookies and cream. Who doesn't like cookies and cream? Maybe red velvet. We'll get him the white chocolate peppermint. And maybe we'll also get him the chocolate peanut butter. The shop owner carefully put your order together. You couldn't help but try to imagine how Cove might react when you presented this to him. Everyone else was definitely going to be happy when you regrouped later. You paid and there was no stopping the large grin going all across your face. Pivoting on your heels, you wove your way back to the center of the path. You pondered for a moment what you should do now. None of the stalls were catching your eye. What did grab your attention, however, was a head of familiar seafoam hair sticking out above the crowd. You knew instantly it was Cove. He hadn't noticed you yet, but he was walking in your direction. He held a couple bags tightly in his hand. Strangely, you couldn't spot your mom or his dad anywhere. We'll call out to him now. Cove, over here! He instantly stopped dead in his tracks. Did they also leave him alone? Alert, Cove's head snapped up and his eyes searched the crowd until they landed on you. His whole demeanor brightened at the sight. Minty! He weaved through passersby deftly in an attempt to get through as fast as reasonably possible, slipping around them with ease. I ran to meet him. You took off full tilt towards Cove as he continued his own approach. It was undeniable that he was shopping by himself. You stared at him confused. Where's the rest of your group? Cove crossed his arms defiantly, the bags twisting in front of him. Your mom took my dad and I ended up alone. Why are you by yourself? Ma and Liz abandoned me too.
What?
I can't believe this happened to both of us. They planned it. They had to. But I don't know why. Are they pranking us? I don't know either. And you meant it. You couldn't fathom what your moms were up to. Cove shook his head, trying to clear his mind.
So...
Well... His change in tone caught your attention. You watched his eyes start to twinkle with mischief as his mouth pulled into a cheeky smile. You know, it is technically later, and your mom isn't around this time. You chuckled, knowing exactly what he was implying. That incident was already replaying in your head. Oh, we're gonna kiss him. Absolutely we will. You stepped closer, placing a hand on his upper arm. Cove beamed and leaned in. It was quick. Too quick. But you could feel him smile through it. When you both did part, Cove chuckled affectionately. I'm glad it's later. What the fuck? So, his gaze wandered off as if one of your parents might simply appear if he kept checking, and you could tell he was still processing the situation. He scratched the back of his head, looking sheepish. Do you want to forget about whatever's happening and go shopping together? Oh, absolutely I do. There was little care in your mind for what your moms had planned. You were ecstatic at the thought of spending the rest of the trip with him. Cove's grin twisted into a conspiratorial one. You both knew that you were going against whatever had really been planned for this outing, but luckily, neither of you cared one bit at this point. So, where to first? I don't mind going back the way I came, if it's new to you. He's so sweet! It's not hard to miss stuff even if I've gone past it. What have you gotten? Cove shuffled his bags around and started pulling them open so you could peek inside each one. You recognized the array of things he picked up around the market. I mostly got typical things I can use pretty easily so far. Nothing super exciting. There were a few avocados, some lemons, and sweet potatoes, among other things that were wrapped up so you couldn't discern what they were. What Cove bought made sense, but it was far from a complete selection. You glanced around at the nearby stalls. Want to start over there? Cove followed your eye as you pointed at one of the larger stalls. It was filled with several kinds of staple fruits and vegetables. Yeah, let's go. Once a few people finished paying and moved, you and Cove got yourselves directly in front of the shop. There were so many things to pick from. We can get some fruits, we could get some strawberries, get some peaches, get some apples. He already has lemons. Get some limes. Get some tomatoes, cucumbers, oranges. That'll do it. The shop owner put your selection together and handed it to you in a couple bags. Happily, you paid and waited for Cove to make his purchase. Ready to go? Cove grinned, satisfied with his new choices. He had added another bag to his small but growing collection. You nodded. Actually, before moving on and everything, I was wondering if you'd want to hold hands while we're shopping? Yeah, I would love to. We'll lift it for him to take. At that, Cove smiled, and it reached his eyes. He gently accepted the gesture and laced his fingers with yours. Cove squeezed your hand back. With renewed eagerness, your boyfriend nodded his head in the direction you had been going towards.
All right.
Okay, now let's go. Together, you and Cove wandered the market on the lookout for any stalls that caught your attention. Cove was walking around with a spring in his step, talking about the various meal ideas he had in mind. After a while, you had to go greater distances to find something of interest. Several of the stalls were selling the same goods. It was only a matter now of which you wanted to buy from. You continued ambling down the path until Cove stopped suddenly, literally pulling you away from your thoughts. Cove? You followed his eyeline past the crowds. Immediately, you knew what grabbed him. Homemade jams and local honey. Ooh, that sounds good! The stall was glittering with quaint glass jars stacked high, each encasing gels of varying colors. Cove's eyes were practically sparkling at the sight. His feet automatically began to take him there, likely without being fully aware he had made an unexplained detour. When you got closer, you were surprised there were even more varieties than you thought. There were even different honeys based on what type of pollen the bees used. Cove's focus seemed torn between a bottle of blackberry jam and one of clover honey. Oh my god. Oh god. Should I tease him? I kind of want to, but he always gets teased so much. I don't know if I should. If I should. No. We'll just say everything looks really good. Cove held up the 2 jars in his hands for you to see. He grinned ear to ear.
Right?
He's so cute! He continued to weigh the decision in his mind, actually lifting one higher and dropping the other lower during the process as if they were on a scale. You thought things over for yourself too. Ooh. Honey butter. We'll get some clover honey. Honey butter for sure. Rhubarb jam. Never had that. Orange blossom honey. Apricot sounds good. And maybe that'll be it. Wait, what was the one that he wanted? Hopefully he'd get them for himself. Oh, the blackberry. We'll get one just in case. Okay. And that was it. You paid and the shop owner started putting together your order. They carefully packed it in a couple bags with paper. Thank you very much. Amused, you watched Cove give in and just buy both the clover honey and the blackberry jam. Good. He also went all in, getting spring wildflower honey and plum jam too. Oh, he got the ones that I didn't get. The shop owner thoughtfully wrapped each in brown paper to protect them before putting them away in a bag. He handed the purchase to Cove. Thank you. Oh, wow, he really said that at the same time. You both stepped away from the stall. Cove didn't fail to notice the look you'd been giving him since he agonized over his toast toppers. Hey, this doesn't go bad for a long time, so why not stock up? I could have chosen one if I wanted to. Well, I can't even say anything. I bought like 5. Sure, and I get it. Why do you think I got so many too? Exactly. Good then. As you began to stroll, Cove looked up at the sky. He smiled. It was sort of unexpected, considering all of this was technically an errand, and unexpected changes often upset him. But he was happy, and Cove liked doing this kind of normal thing. And you could tell that Cove especially enjoyed doing these kinds of things with you. Why would it annoy me? What? I think we definitely blushed thinking about how comfortable doing this with Cove felt. Oh yeah. It felt more than normal or mundane. It felt right. We're so domestic. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time. Cove chuckled. His gaze fell to his bags, and he was clearly thinking about all the treats he'd just bought.
So?
Oh, hold on, let me adjust. Okay. Are you having fun too? Yeah, I really am. It's been a good day. Later, when you spotted a less crowded area, you took a break from browsing. Cove started rummaging through one of his bags, just to check on how his goods were doing. A smile grew on his face as he went on to the next. You chuckled, knowing that Cove wouldn't let anything go to waste. There wasn't a single doubt. He was gonna eat it all. You held a hand in front of your face as you squinted upwards. The sun had moved quite a bit. You'd been at the market for a good while now. Neither your feet nor your arms were sore right now, and Cove looked to be doing fine too. But that was something that could be coming. There was a price to pay for this much shopping, and it wasn't always just in money. But he's carrying a bunch of bags. That'll make it hard for him to give us a piggyback ride. I love a good piggyback ride, but you know, he's got like a bunch of bags, so we'll just enjoy the break from walking. There was a breeze you just barely noticed in the air, and you contentedly sighed, happy that the weather was cooperative for the market. It made things even better.
Hey.
Want a ride? Staring at him quizzically, you raised an eyebrow. Cove chuckled awkwardly, and his cheeks turned a light shade of pink. Ha! Ha! Ba, 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 ba. Babu. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. One homework assignment down, one to go. Let's go! You got this! You're almost there. Keep going, Lion. I believe in you. Tired, took Kitty to the vet. Woo? How's Kitty doing? Hope you had a good vet visit. Now I'm gonna eat my Kit Kat because you broke me from the game. Perfect time to have a little snacky. She behaved. Well, that's good. Does she usually get a little sassy at the vet? Hopefully she's not as bad as Miss Bing. Miss Bing is the actual devil. And got her shots and blood drawn. Oh. Well, I'm glad you were able to get everything done. And keep her in a good bill of health, you know? Gotta take care of the fur babies. She's a whiny baby. Aww. She sounds so cute. All right. Oh, that was delicious. All right. He raised an eyebrow. Cove chuckled awkwardly and his cheeks turned a light shade of pink. He tried again. I mean, a piggyback ride. You could take a little rest. I don't mind. Hold on. What did he say before that? Oh, he's offering? Damn, Cove, you swole, but you got all those bags. You still want to give me a piggyback ride? Yeah, I mean, if you're offering, okay. Cool. Cove crouched down low so you could climb on. You pressed yourself against his back and comfortably wrapped your arms around his neck. Once you were in position, he stood. I love him so much. Oh my god, he's so cute. Your head steadily rose high above the crowds. It was lifting your spirits pretty literally. Cove huffed, letting out a breathy laugh. Are you okay? Yeah, just realized this means I'm the one carrying all the bags too, not just you. Yeah, exactly. Should I get down? No, I've got it. He's so cute. He took a few test steps and then stopped. He grinned, pleased with himself. Ready to get going? Mm-hmm. Keep an eye out for any good deals while you're up there. You got the best view around. He's so cute. Oh my god, I literally can't take it. I can't take it. Laughing, you craned your head up to get as high as you could, keeping your hold on him secure. Cove is right. You had a whole new perspective. I'm on it. And with that, you and Cove continued your trip through the market together. Ma and Mom had both texted you during the trip, though only to say that they hoped you'd found some good stuff and that they'd see you later. There were no answers on where they went or why. You and Cove continued to wind your way through the bustling market, the list of outstanding items steadily shrinking while bags grew heavier. As you had an unrivaled view of the market thanks to Cove's height, locating the produce your heart desired had been easy. Carrying every single thing purchased as well as another person made it hard for Cove to check his own phone, so he'd made do without. Eventually, though, he'd said that he ought to check if anything important had come through. So, your ride came to a stop out of the flow of foot traffic and you dismounted his back. Ixides, hello! We're not married yet, but we are openly dating, and oh my god, he is so goddamn cute! I love him so much. I love him so goddamn much. I can't take it. I can't take it. I've been stuck in a meeting for the last hour and a half. Ew. Well, I hope your meeting ends soon. Hang in there. I hope your meeting can't hear me. If they can, hello. Have a nice meeting, everyone. Please end it soon so Ixides can chillax. Thank you. It was about parasites and would have been cool, but they just couldn't find a conclusion. Oh, you snuck out. Oh, you snaky. Well, don't get in trouble. But, sounds like an interesting, meeting. Gonna blame, computer problems. There you go. That is always a good way out, you know? Unless one of you rats on me. I think we're all good. We're all cool here. We're all cool. I hope you're having a good day, Ixides. Hope you had a good weekend as well. Thanks for sneaking out and stopping by. Good to see ya. You're just in time to hear me freak out. Aren't you glad? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Cove rearranged all the bags he was carrying, freeing a hand so that he could pull out his phone. He watched his eyes dart over the screen as he read the waiting messages. Not important. I can reply to that later. He mumbled his verdict under his breath. Then Cove's face scrunched up with confusion. Wait, I've got a message from my dad. Listen to this. Cove, I wasn't part of the plan. I didn't know what was going on when I left with Minty's mom. Where are you? You sent that ages ago. I didn't hear it come in. He sent another one since then. Says he hopes I'm alright and that he's not bothering me. The newest one says everybody's going to the parking lot soon and we can meet up there. He lowered his phone, eyes narrowed. The same conclusion that was settling on you had landed on Cove as well. So it was on purpose. If they were gonna abandon us just so that we could like meet up, why didn't they just let us go in the same group to begin with? What was the point of that? Like what? But okay, I mean it's fine. I had a good time. I just don't understand. The crowd of people passing by stayed as noisy as ever, a sharp contrast to the silence that had fallen over you and Cove. He looked so sad! He was rubbing the screen of his phone against his shirt, wiping away dust and debris. He continued scrubbing the screen long after anything could have remained, the action a poor substitute for pushing away the awkwardness of the moment. I just don't know. I just don't understand the point of it. Like, you know? So I guess I'll say I'm struggling to comprehend it because I am. Like, I'm not upset. I'm just confused. Some of your parents' actions made more sense with this context, but the bigger question, that of why, was still weighing down on you. Exactly.
Where have you been all my life?
Ixides, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm so confused. But I'm not miserable because it ended up in us being able to hang out together. I guess I'll just say, how are they going to explain this? Because I truly need an explanation. I'm confused. He laid his hands on your shoulders, grounding you. I'm just so confused. Cove's frown grew taut, his mouth a stiff, serious line, but his eyes wide with concern.
Sorry.
I'm sorry about your mom's, leaving you alone out here like this without warning. His speech was slower than usual. You suspected that he was choosing each word carefully. It was unnatural, but you appreciated that he didn't want to risk upsetting you further. I don't know if you want to talk to them about this, but I can definitely back you up. I totally get that it's sucky. Well, that's not necessarily how I feel. It's not necessarily that it's sucky. I just don't understand why we came to the market, we agreed to split up into 2 groups, two groups where Cove and I were not together. I asked Ma if I could be paired in the group with Cove instead, and they said no, not this time. And then I went with Ma and Lizzie, only for Ma and Lizzie to, well, Ma really, to drag Lizzie away and abandon me using the excuse that she needed to go to the bathroom, to leave me all alone. And then Mom did the same thing with Cove, so presumably we could end up finding each other and like hang out together. So but why, what was the point of telling me no, you can't be in Cove's group in the first place? Y'all abandoned us so we could meet up. I just don't understand. That don't make no sense. I'll just let it go. I mean, I'm just confused. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move
It's
on.
okay.
You don't have to. His voice was soft and reassuring. He smiled, a gesture of gentle encouragement. Yeah. I'll dwell on it. No, maybe I do vent. What if I get answers by venting? What if he responds to my venting with a perspective that will make sense of this situation for me? Hold on. What if we just save it there? We vent, and then if I don't like what happens, I'll just go back. Yeah. I didn't want things to be like this, but they didn't even talk about it. I didn't get a chance to say anything. Cove listened, nodding gently as you unburdened yourself. Maybe it's that, maybe he feels bad because I got left alone and didn't necessarily know that we'd run into each other again. Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Cove listened, nodding gently as you unburdened yourself. You then drew a deep breath, the fresh air steadying you. You didn't stop until your lungs were full. Cove watched over you, still concerned.
Sorry.
Even though I guess it's not exactly my fault this time, but is there anything I could do to make you feel better? Even a little bit? You already have. Thanks for letting me rant. I did? Yeah, you really did. Cove nodded in understanding. He smiled, a simple, open and honest smile, and you knew that he'd accepted your answer. After a moment, he stepped further away from you, face turned. Cove closed his eyes and took a deep breath. His brow creased, then furrowed deeper into a scowl, his arms tightly coiling together. So they did do something stupid. I knew it. His voice had taken on an exaggerated quality, but what truly distinguished it from Cove's typical speaking tone was the abundance of rage. Oh, he pissed. This is such a chore. Parents are so dumb. Why do people have to go places with family members anyway? I hate them. Oh, damn, Cove. I mean, go off, King. Hi, Ulti. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by. It is very fancy music. It is rather scandalous, is it not? I'm just so confused. I don't know if I'm being dumb. I'm just so confused. But, you know, yeah, you're right, Cove. You got it instantly. It had been years since the boy with the bowl cut had been in town for the summer, but Cove had never forgotten. To this day, he continued to unleash his impersonation whenever the moment felt right. Sometimes he wondered if the act had grown more exaggerated over the years, or if the kid really was always that ridiculous. Okay, that makes sense. He's making a joke. Start the fancy upbeat lobby music, exactly. Jazzy, let's go. Doing well, just stopping by to say hi, but I can tell this is scandalous. Yes, it is, always. We're always scandalous on this channel, you know. We love the tea, what can I say? But thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you. I'm having a great time. You know, it's hard to not have a great time with this game, even though it makes me feel pain. Like a good pain, but pain. You know, it's just so damn cute. This reminds me of the beginning of an adventure in a JRPG. They all decided to beat the boss together, and lobby music, yes! Stick around and you'll get to hear the scandal in a gremlin voice. True that. I think this game is one of the best games for the gremlin voice. It's just really gold. Let's play along. Wow, what is wrong with you?
No.
I'm not wrong, actually. If you were as smart as me, you'd know that. Cove gave you a lopsided smile, letting the joke rest for now. He's so cute! Come on, we should probably go meet up with the group. Yeah. You didn't dally any longer, slipping back into the crowd and making your way towards the entrance of the farmer's market. And there goes the lobby music. It was good while it lasted. It didn't take long to reach the parking lot. Your parents, Mr. Holden and Liz, were already waiting there, and they waved at you both as you approached. Your own family seemed to be in pretty good moods, in contrast to Mr. Holden. He stared at Cove with open concern as you got closer. Hey, bud. Hey, Minty. How you doing? We'd be doing better if we hadn't been abandoned in a farmer's market by our own families. You saw your mom's frowning at his response, Ma glancing from Cove to Mom with blinking eyes. Just because Minty is really laid back doesn't mean you can just leave her out of your plans and expect her to go with it every time. Look at him standing up for me! Ma hung her head, ashamed, and Mom had a hand pressed to her cheek. You could tell that they were quickly regretting their scheme.
I'm so sorry.
Aww. Her words were full of emotion. Mom squeezed Ma's arm. We were trying to make the errand more of a trip, less of a chore. Ma nodded. We didn't think you, Cove, and Liz wanted to be stuck trudging around the market with your parents all day. Well, you could have just said that, or just let me and Cove go together in the first place. This is so weird. This is such a weird situation. Hi, Darth. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Now it's sad dead protagonist. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Especially not in the summer. But you're always very thoughtful and don't like to leave your moms behind, so we did ourselves. Actually, I tried to leave, but anyway, we won't argue it. It was only going to be for the market, not the other stops. I promise. Gotta practice so I can be as good as Darth. Yes, you got to. Come on. Let's go! Did you like the fade out? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty skilled. Anyway. And the crab rave! Let's go! Ba 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 da. Ba 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 da. Ba 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 da. Alright, we got all our music and our sounds. Let's go! And to think it all started with a quack. Still, you're right. We could have just told you and let you make your own call. I really am sorry. Neither of us meant to upset you.
I'm really sorry.
All gas, no brakes. And we should have known better. Sorry. And Ada need more Rory. Okay, rar. Rara? You know? Rar. Aurora. Ada. and cue the gremlin. All right, hold on. Let me have a little sippy of water. What, ada gremlin? Okay, okay. We can do that. We can do that. Where's my timer? There it is.
Okay. Here we go. I thought that was pretty good. Not gonna lie. Pretty damn good. Alright. Ma ditched me too after pulling her urgent potty break stunt, if that helps. I went off to do my own shopping, as it seems they planned.
Sorry.
I didn't check back in with you. I wasn't thinking or just tried to blow it off. You quietly took in their stories of what happened. Over to the side, Cove was talking to his dad. Thanks for telling me something was up. Though I feel bad for missing the warning when you sent it.
You're welcome.
It's no trouble, sport. I learned my lesson about making surprise plans. Cove smiled at his dad. Mr. Holden, laughing, clapped Cove on the back.
Not bad.
Wow, we're really being outplayed today. You realized you hadn't been the only onlookers to the Holden's moment. Your moms were exchanging rueful looks. Liz had her arms crossed over her chest, patiently watching it all unfold. I know, it's pretty deep, huh? I'm rather impressed with myself. Yes, looks like it. We'd better find some way to catch up.
In that case,
Maybe we can do Minty's chores for the next week. Mom jabbed Ma on the shoulder. Jab, jab. You might be on to something. Minty, how do you like the sound of that? They looked at you hopefully. What should we do? Sounds good to me. Oh, more than that. Oh, you're right. We gotta drive a hard bargain. You're gonna have to do more than that, mamas. Mom laughed despite your totally serious words. This is less gremlin and more like 4 bags of menthol stick. That's true, I can definitely hear it. Maybe if I talk like this, is that better? Is this more like a gremlin? Okay, I'll try to do this instead. It's a little bit harder, but I think I can do it. I hear you. And at the very least, we can make sure everyone stays together for the rest of the stops we're making today. Where the fuck else are we going? What the fuck? You all nodded at the suggestion.
yes.
We won't let you down. We'll be the best sheepdogs ever, guiding the flock and catching any strays.
Funny.
We could at least be shepherds. You chuckled. Your mood lifting in spite of the bumpy morning. It was going to be all right. You turned to the entrance for the farmer's market for one final glance, pressing it to your memory under the new light. You thought on what you'd expected at the market and how you were going to enjoy it later. Some things you could only get from local suppliers like this. That was another perk about coming along to the market today. Actually, you realized this would be a good time to bring out the fudge you got to share while everyone was clustered together. An audio back. I'm gonna fuck up my voice permanently if I do that. It's really, it's like, it's moving the things around. I said I have allergies. And all this stuff is getting like... You hear that? Do you hear that shit? It's like perpetually clearing my throat.
Ooh. Whew. That does a number on the vocal cords. But that's true. That's true. We need to find a book or a game that needs voice acting with a gremlin voice. I think I could definitely do that for them. I was doing a gruff voice yesterday on my stream and almost choked, so I can only imagine. Yeah. It's not too bad. If I did it a whole lot, I think I'd actually fuck up my voice, but it really does, like, because I have such bad allergies. It's like clearing my throat. So I start to choke. But if you ask me, it just adds to the effect. You know? Just really adds something to it. Alright, hey, wait, before we go, I've got something for everybody. The announcement grabbed everyone's interest and they looked over at you, each curious about what you had in store. You dug your hand into the bag and pulled out the specially selected treat. I saw this amazing fudge stall, so I got a box for us to share. Ayo, I hope they like the ones I picked out. Oh,
Aw.
that's so sweet of you. The Holdens were wearing matching grins at the prospect of free dessert, their family resemblance more notable as they mirrored each other's expression. Sweet is the right word for this. Thanks very much, Minty.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Little does Cove know I got a whole box just for him. Great. Can't wait to bust it open. We should save it for tonight. You can't properly enjoy a treat when there's still chores to be done. Besides, we don't want to make a mess with it melting in this heat. The others murmured their agreements and nodded, reaching a consensus. You stowed the box away safely for now. Cove then settled up next to you, an eager smile on his face. You could tell from his expression that he was up to something. Oh? What? Thanks again for getting fudge. It was really cool of you. You knew he hadn't come over just to thank you individually. Not with that huge smirk. I got something to share too. But, well, only really with you. I guess I'm not as nice. Oh well. Oh well. You cooked up a scheme of your own? He laughed. Anyway, well, I sort of picked something out with you in mind. You held a hand to your chest, staring at Cove as he explained further.
I mean...
Since your moms decided we should shop separately, I figured I could use the time to get you something. Just as a little surprise. I really truly wish you had never told me about his issue because I instantly see it every time. Are you talking about his eyebrows again? I swear to God, we're gonna fight, Ixides. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. You need to accept the eyebrows. They are cute. They're cute, okay? They are adorable. But what other issue is there, huh? That's the only issue I remember you having with him. Okay. Okay. Don't you say a damn thing about his eyebrows. They are cute, and they are wiggly, and they are special, and I love them. Okay? God damn. You're just jealous you don't have wiggly eyebrows. That's what it is. It's just jealousy. Jealousy of my man. Oh, Lord. I, for one, love his wiggly eyebrows. Okay. He reached into one of his bags and retrieved one of the wrapped up objects. You accepted the unexpected present and he looked on excitedly as you tore off the paper. It was a glass bottle of cool spring water. You didn't need to taste it to know that it would be nice. It was a boutique product. It was heavy in your hands, the container and smart metal cap reaffirming the quality. Even the label, constructed from coarse paper rather than a flimsy sheet of plastic, was distinctive. You're practically bouncing in anticipation, and he smiled sweetly at your reaction. It's not a big deal, but I just thought you might like it. I do like it! Oh, what should I say? You're so wonderful! You weren't the only one who had that idea. His eyes began to widen. I got something for you too, when you weren't around. There was a burst of laughter, first from your mom, followed by a chorus of chuckles from the other three. You'd forgotten that they were still hanging around. Unfortunately, they hadn't paid you and Cove the same courtesy and had been listening in on your conversation. I swear to God, I can't have a moment of privacy and peace around here. You weren't even apart for a whole day. And you both still used that as a chance to get each other little gifts. Ma clasped her hands together, eyes bright.
Good job.
That's so lovely, isn't it? A day? It was less than a whole morning.
Right?
True. I don't even want to think about what happens when you spend real time apart. That's my boy. Ayo, that's right. You reached back into the bag where you had first retrieved the box of fudge for everyone, shuffling it aside to take out the other one underneath. You chuckled coolly, aware that the others were still watching you. The first one was for everybody, but that's not all I got. I bought a second bunch of fudge that's just for you. Cove's face lit up, his grin stretching from ear to ear. The laughter that came from the others, who were fully tuned into your little show, didn't appear to reach him. You got one just for me? Cove took the box of fudge in one hand and claimed one of your hands with his other. He used the hold he had to lead you closer to him, while he lifted the hand to his mouth and peppered kisses over your knuckles? What the fuck? What the fuck? That should be illegal! What do you mean? What do you mean? What the fuck? He looked at you with eyes full of delight. Thank you so much, Minty. Miss Bing! Hi, honey. Miss Bing, I'm dying. I'm dying, Miss Bing. I'm absolutely dying. I'm dying. I need help. Yeah, come here.
Come here. Come here. Yeah. Hi, honey. Hi, honey.
Acronicta americana larva. That's what I think. I'll leave it here for the Google image search to make my point. Huh? I am not looking that up because I just know I'm gonna be offended. I just know I'm gonna be offended. Absolutely not. Yeah, I know. Oh God. Miss Bing, yell at him. Yell at Ixides. The doctor is being mean. The doctor's being mean about my boyfriend's eyebrows. She said, I don't give a fuck about any men. Fuck him and your boyfriend. Oh my God, she's so cute. Hi, honey. She's getting some great neck scritches. Is that nice, Miss Bing? Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute and soft. You're so cute and soft, my baby. Alright, at this rate, it wouldn't just be your little group that knew that you'd been treating him. The whole parking lot was going to hear about it. Behind Cove, you could see Mom watching you both with a smile of hilarity. See, this is why he's so attached. You've spoiled him. You shouldn't make fun, Pam. It's clearly mutual. Besides, I don't hear you complaining when I'm spoiling you. Ma pinched Mom's cheek, making her laugh as she batted the hand away.
True.
True, true. Liz clapped her hands together with the air of a teacher calling for attention. Since the other adults aren't acting like grown-ups, the rest of us are going to have to pick up the slack. It's time to get back on schedule and continue with the rest of the errands. Playtime is officially over. Ma laughed while Mr. Holden grinned awkwardly. Mom hung her head in an exaggerated display of mock defeat. Kids are tough, and I can't even call them kids anymore. Liz tut-tutted with amusement at her mother. Cove shrugged, staying a neutral observer, but the small smile on his face revealed that he was enjoying the conclusion. You laughed, glad that everyone was getting along. That's right, we're all grown-ups now. With that, your trip to the farmer's market was closed. It was time to move on. There were too many of you for one car, so you and Cove had wound up in Mr. Holden's car on the way over. You figured it made sense to do the same for the next leg of the journey. You sat next to Cove in the back. Immediately after the click of the seatbelt and its lock announced that Cove was safely strapped in, he began to unfold the box of fudge he'd been given. You're gonna eat now? Uh-huh. He nodded eagerly, not taking his eyes from the container. He lifted the top off and longingly admired the selection inside. Minty fudge is perfect for the end of snacking. It's so refreshing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, that's why I got it.
That looks like cookies and cream. That's a really cool flavor for fudge. That's peanut butter in there, right? Mm-hmm. It's chocolate with peanut butter mixed. Ooh, that's so good. Red fudge. That's gotta be a red velvet flavor. You're right. Knew it. Delicious. I love red velvet.
Okay, good. He likes them all.
Once Cove had finished bestowing praise on what you'd picked, he promptly started sampling the selection. He was smiling, licking his lips, and having a grand old time. You could also tell from the way his nibbling was turning into munching that the box wasn't going to survive the trip to the next stop. You were right. Cove had tried to savor the treats, claiming just one more until there was only one left, and the statement was finally forced to be true. He finished the last one too. God damn, they were like big squares of fudge too. He is gonna be bouncing off the walls later. He sighed contentedly.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Minty. Those were really great. You're welcome. He set the picked clean box to the side, then rested his hands on his spoiled tummy. Cove wasn't going to be hungry for a while after that.
I guess not.
From there, he sat wordlessly, his gaze drifting to the window. You knew Cove well enough to spot the signs of when he was physically present but mentally elsewhere. The way he would fall quiet, staring without seeing, the long blinks, all of which he was doing right now as he looked at nothing in particular. He licked his fingers absent-mindedly, getting the last of the melted fudge off his hand.
I'm not that bold.
I was pleased he enjoyed it so much, yeah. You closed your eyes as you pulled up the resolve to speak. You were miles away for a second. What were you thinking about? Well, I was just thinking about how nice you are. How nice I am? Yeah. His face grew redder as his hands clenched around the top of his knees. You stared at him, hoping for an explanation, but Cove simply ducked his head.
Fortune favors the bold, but not always. But not always. I'm too scared. I'm too chicken shit, okay? I don't want it to go wrong. When he next spoke, his voice was barely more than a whisper. I'm lucky I get to be with you. Oh my god. I can't. I feel lucky too. He peeked at you from the corner of his eyes, still too shy to look at you directly. You smiled at him affectionately, eliciting an equally caring smile from Cove in return. True, sometimes the bold get killed for being too bold. Exactly. How do you find the balance? How do you find the balance? You felt content, secure in your relationship with Cove.
Ooh. Maybe I should do it now so he can see me enjoy my drink, right? You twisted off the cap and brought it to your mouth. Even before the first sip reached your lips, the scent tickled your nostrils. You took a swig. It was refreshing, the perfect way to hit the spot after a long morning trawling through the market. This is great. Thanks, Cove. He grinned at you, pleased that his pick had been well received.
You're welcome.
He's so cute. You spent the rest of the day completing the remaining errands and all together as a group. I'm glad I closed the day with everyone. Ma had been true to her word and ensured that you spent the rest of the time with the Karari family and the Holden family in one place. It had been a wonderful time, a lovely high note to end on. So cute. Okay, let's save. I can't decide if I want to do another one. I have a little over 30 minutes, but usually they take longer than that. And I don't want to stop in the middle. But I'm also really sleepy, so I don't want to stay up too late. I think I might just end stream a little bit early. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it fast enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to end a little bit early, and then maybe next time we can get 2 done, hopefully. At least 2 done. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, that being said, I think we're going to wrap up here for today. I know it's a little early, sorry guys, but I'm just real sleepy, and I don't want to stay up too late, and I feel like these usually take me at least 45 minutes to an hour, so we're gonna wrap up early, but we will be back tomorrow with some Sandrock as per usual. Hopefully this time we can get through our whole Sandrock stream, you know? It seems like my internet is back to behaving, so that's good at least. So we will pick up where we left off tomorrow with some more Sandrock. Thank you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This game is freaking killing me. I can't do this anymore, but I'm gonna keep doing it. I hope you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And have a good Tuesday tomorrow. Now, I know Tuesdays can be a little tricky. They like to be bad, but we're gonna make it a good one, okay? We're manifesting it right now, you and me. We're gonna have a good Tuesday tomorrow. And then after we have a good day, we're gonna get together, we're gonna play some Sandrock. It's gonna become an even better Tuesday. And that's that. That's what's gonna be. But I hope you guys, for real, have a good day tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good night too. Make sure to hydrate. Make sure to eat something if you haven't already. And as always, make sure to do something that will make you smile before bed. All right, you guys. And I'll see y'all tomorrow with some Sandrock. Bye-bye. Good night.